hour long.
Was it all the matches over here?
What?
The final 6 here?
Right here. I'd feel better if it was. slow down a little. And now they got it out of range there. Out of range on 32. They got it. Okay, PJBT fans, we'd like to welcome you to live coverage of the final round of Major number 9 on the PJBT season. Here from beautiful Berks Lanes in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. We have just completed game number 9 of match play. We are waiting to find out who the top 6 will be. The top 6 make it to the finals today. Scratch will have top 10 cashing. We had 58 bowlers today in the Scratch division and 26 in the Handicap division. So we'll be paying the top 10.
Ellen and Richard, your orders ready?
What did he say when you called that back? So in a couple moments, Tournament Director Matt will be out with today's finalists and will be underway. Pretty difficult challenge shot today. It was Atlanta, 38 feet, which for those of you that have bowled on Atlanta before could play very different from one bowling center to the next.
PJBT bowlers and parents, I had the results of our 9-game.
All right, we have the results.
Major of the season. Just a reminder, our live streaming finals have already begun. We are going to be using lanes 27 to 30 for the live streaming finals with the gold pins for both divisions. Here are your finalists.
Tell
for
them to go.
today. In the Scratch division, your leader at plus 98 is Brian Kennedy. Second place at plus 68 is Andrew Lazarchik.
All right, so here are the top finalists today.
Third place at plus 62 is Alexis Nair.
In the Scratch division, your top seed at plus 98 is Brian Kennedy. Second seed, Andrew Lazarchik at plus 68. Third seed, Alexis Nair at plus 62.
Final qualifier for the finals at plus 9 is
The
Ryan Goddard.
4 seed at plus 37, Amber McLeod. Fifth seed at plus 11, Christian Francis. And the 6th seed is Ryan Goddard at +9, also cashing today in 7th,
$45 scholarship.
getting $45 at -3
goes to
is
Dan
the prodigy,
Althouse.
Daniel Althouse. $45 scholarship today.
Our 8th place finisher getting a $40 scholarship.
Finishing
And
8th today.
-4 goes to Connor Kolositis.
-4, Connor Kolositis.
He's come to the counter. Ninth place finisher.
9th place.
A $35 scholarship at -9 goes to Reese Hurwitz.
Reese Hurwitz at -9.
And our 10th place finisher.
And
cash spot
qualifying
$30
10th, or
scholarship
finishing 10th
at
-25
Casillas.
Emmanuel Casillas. So -25 today to cash in the top 10 in scratch.
-25 to cash.
In the handicap division,
Okay, handicap bowlers. Your leader for the finals at +383 is Ren Williamson.
your top qualifier, Ren Williamson at
Second place
+383.
at +210 is Sydney Bone.
Second place, +210, Sydney Bone.
Third place at +49
Third
is
place.
Dylan Piccioni.
+49,
I
Dylan
hope I got that right.
Piccioni.
Fourth place at +26.
Fourth
is
place,
Allie McGinley.
+26, Allie McGinley.
Fifth place at
Fifth place at
-63
-63,
is Justin Prizer.
Justin Prizer.
And your sixth and final
And
qualifier
sixth
for the
and final,
at
-82,
is
Caitlin Mattingly. So -82 qualifies in handicap, and +9 today is your finalists for scratch. Okay, so there we go.
The live streaming finals.
At the moment, yours truly, PA Fats, is flying solo. As always, the message board is live and operational. So if you have something to say, feel free. If you have any questions, feel free. If you say anything rude, expect to get blocked and removed. We have a zero tolerance policy. Matthew, nobody sits there or there. All right, so we have tournament director Matt lining everybody up. We will have player introductions. I know the lanes aren't on yet, but when they come on, you'll see we have the PJBT gold pins, which we have for all of our stepladder finals in the majors. Guys and gals realize you're not going to slide, you're going to slide, you're going to slide. Yes, but if I can't see, I can't comment. I know that's a good thing.
It is. Yeah, there was a pole in the way.
The camera can't see the pole. I can make the pole magically disappear on the camera.
Yeah.
Once again, as always, the PJBT Message board is live and operational. Feel free to make a comment. Let me know where you're watching us from. If you like what you see and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button at the upper right hand of the corner. And as long as you have notifications enabled, you will get notified each and every time the PJBT goes live. I look today, we are approaching 500 subscribers to our PJBT channel. Are you a subscriber? No. Are you? Yes, I believe we're at 482 when I looked yesterday. So hopefully they all have notifications enabled, and one of these days we'll get all 482 online at the same time. All right, it looks like Matthew is getting the scratch division lined up. Now we'll get the handicap division lined up. All right, very quickly. Very quickly, we get the Prodigy online, the 7th place finisher. How did Atlanta play today?
Difficult.
Well, yes, if the finals in the scratch division are only +9.
I mean, there was a little bit of room right if you had a little bit more hand. I started to go to a really weak ball for most of the day, all but like 2 games. I had a little bit right, but there was nothing left. Most of the time, if you pulled it, you kind of hope it went Jersey, either went 9 spare, 8 spare, or got a strike, maybe. I mean, the whole day I had 2 pretty bad games and 1 meh game and 6 pretty good games.
Yes, I know in your qualifying, if you were to take Game 1 and Game 6 together, you went -91 and you went +20 in your other 4 games of qualifying.
Yeah. Yes, if both of those games were a 200, I led because lead was only like +50.
On the mat for introductions. Thank you, Prodigy.
Yeah.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time to introduce our finalists for major number 9 for the BJBT. We're going to start by introducing our scratch division.
Player
6
introduction
finalists
time.
for today. Our 6th seed today from Westchester, Pennsylvania, Ryan Goddard.
Our 6th seed, Westchester, Pennsylvania, Ryan Goddard.
5th seed from Baltimore, Maryland, Christian Francis.
5th seed from Baltimore, Maryland, Christian Francis.
Our 4th seed from Brick, New Jersey, Amber McLeod.
4th seed from Brick, New Jersey, Amber
Our
McLeod.
3rd seed from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, Alexis Nyer.
3rd seed from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, Alexis
Our number
Nyer.
2 seed from Brick, New Jersey,
Number
Andrew
2 seed,
Lazarchuk.
another bowler from Brick, New Jersey, Andrew
And your tournament leader
Lazarchuk.
for today, with a 30-pin lead going into the finals from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Brian Kennedy.
And your leader from Philadelphia, 2-time major champion this year, looking for number 3, Brian Kennedy.
Okay, now it is time to introduce the handicap finalists.
And now for the
Our
handicap.
6th seed from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Caitlin Mattingly.
From Pottstown, Caitlin Mattingly.
Our 5th seed today from Exeter, PA, Justin Prizer.
Your 5th seed from Exeter, Justin Prizer.
Our 4th seed from Lehighton, Pennsylvania, Allie McGinley.
Hallie McGinley from Lehighton is your 4th seed.
Our third seed from Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Dylan Piccioni.
Dylan Piccioni, your third seed from Hamburg,
Our
Pennsylvania.
number 2 seed from
Sporting the
Jackson,
rental
New
shoes.
Jersey, Sydney Bone.
Sydney Bone, Jackson, New Jersey. You guys
And
may
our
have heard that
tournament
Bone
leader
name somewhere
with about
before.
170 pin lead going
And
to the
your
finals
tournament
from
leader.
Hamilton, New Jersey, Ren Williamson.
Ren Williamson from
Both
Hamilton,
fans have a nice
New
hand for
Jersey.
our handicap finalists for today's ninth major
All right.
of the season.
That's player introductions. Now to figure out how we're doing this today. Very shortly, maybe we'll be joined by professional women's bowler getting ready to head out on the women's tour. I know it starts this Friday, but I don't believe she's going to stop number 1. She'll be at most of the rest of this year. The tall one, Brittany Himmelreich. Very tall, she says. She might be on after she gets done eating a cookie. As usual, she has to have her 4-time daily supply of chocolate. It's a good crowd that we have here today at Berks Lanes, watching the finals. Dare I say, standing room only. Ryan Taylor, cut for game 9 in scratch was +9. +9 was the cut. You're welcome, Ryan. Okay, for those of you that may be just joining us, as you can see, as we do for all finals in our majors, we have the PJBT gold pins. I'm not sure which side has which pairs today. We do have some gold pins that were donated to us by Parker Bone, who shot 300 in a major in one of those years. It was the Masters, yes, in Reno. And he got those gold pins and he donated them to us here at the PJBT. All right, so let's hear from Matthew on the format.
Okay, bowling fans, while our athletes are practicing, just want to go over the format for our ninth major of the season. We are doing 2 eliminator-style matches and then a title match. It'll be the 1 and 2 seeds have a bye through the first round of the bracket, or for the format today. So seeds 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be bowling a 1-game match. It is eliminator style. The top 2 out of 4 will advance. The other 2 will be eliminated and finish 5th and 6th in today's tournament. The top 2 seeds from round 1 will advance to round 2, which will bowl with seeds 1 and 2 in an eliminator style match. The 2 bowlers The top 2 finishers of that second eliminator will then take on each other for the title in a 1-game match. So a total of 3 games today for our major finals.
All right, so
Taking a seat out from under me here.
we have in the first stepladder, we have the 3, 4, 5, and 6 seeds going against one another in a shootout type match. The top 2 bowlers will continue on, and they will face the top 2 seeds in the second match. The top 2 seeds moving on to the finals. So that is how the tournament is going to happen today. Shall I move over a little bit so you can move over a little bit?
I think I'm okay.
Hold on tight.
Whee!
All right, as you can hear, putting on the headset after eating her chocolate chip cookies, sitting on her knees, women's professional bowler, Brittany Himmelreich. Brittany, welcome to Berks Lanes.
Thank you. I was here this morning, but I had to leave to go bowl states over at Easter Lanes.
Which state did you go to bowl states?
Colorado.
Colorado. Cool. 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 I wonder how 420 went in Colorado this week. So you missed all the excitement. I hope the pattern that you bowled on was
That's one of my favorites.
A little bit easier than this pattern played. This pattern played a little difficult today.
Yeah, all depends on the lane surface.
Yes.
Depends on how it plays.
Yes. So let's see here. In the handicap division, Dylan Piccioni will be getting 92 pins handicap. He is the 3 seed. Allie McGinley as the 4 seed will be getting 40 pins handicap. Justin Prizer as the 5 seed will be getting 52 pins handicap. And Caitlin Mattingly as your 6 seed will be getting 11 pins handicap. On the scratch side, reminder, you have Alexis Nauer as your 3 seed, Amber McLeod as your 4 seed, Christian Francis as your 5 seed, and Ryan Goddard, your 6th and final seed. Zach Walter, the top 2 are Mr. Major, Brian Kennedy. He's looking to win his 3rd major this year.
3rd major.
Which would squarely put him up front for Bowler of the Year if he were to accomplish that.
Yeah, that would give him maybe a little bit of an edge there.
Yes, and of course, Mr. Lefty, Andrew Lazarchuk, is your 2nd seed. So, looks like we are just about ready to go. The action will be fast and furious here. So we'll try to keep you up to date with the scores as best we can. If you like what you see, reach out to a couple of your friends that are bowlers. Tell them to join us here on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour YouTube page, or YouTube channel, I guess I should say. All right, on the mat.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time to begin our first eliminator of the finals. On the scratch side, we have 3rd seed Alexis Nyer, 4th seed Amber McLeod, 5th seed Christian Francis, and 6th seed Ryan Goddard. The top 2 of 4 will advance. On the handicap side, we have number 3 seed Dylan Piccioni, 4th seed Allie McGinley, 5th seed Justin Prizer, and 6th seed Caitlin Mattingly. All of their individual handicaps are already in the system. The top 2 scores out of 4 will advance. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our Game 1 finalists.
What?
Made those poor kids move.
I did.
Why?
So they weren't in the way of the camera.
Oh, they weren't in a way. You're mean.
Oh, I made them move 1 table over.
That's right.
All right, so let's see here. It looks like Alexis is going to be up first. And she
Trips
trips
the
the 4. Good start. And on the handicap side,
Justin.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. It's like a 7-pin. Christian using urethane.
Maybe he forgot that this is fresh. Yes, as a reminder, this is fresh oil. They do re-oil for our finals in the majors.
Amber getting that just a little outside, it seems. Wash out. Ooh, good shot from Caitlin.
And Christian leaves the head pin.
I left one of those today. Somehow.
After your first shot or your second?
After my first one.
Okay. Oops. Oops.
I didn't quite get the full domino effect. It was interesting.
All right, Ryan Goddard up for his first attempt on lane 28. He trips a bunch of things.
I say he got that just a little bit inside.
Yes.
Just a little bit. Justin with a tough leave there.
Christian comes in light. He leaves the 3-7.
It's a little outside for Alexis. But leaves it only the 2-pin.
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 I believe Alexis just came back from intercollegiate singles down in Baton Rouge.
I believe so.
She qualified to go down there. Not quite sure on how she did. I think she won her first match, but I'm not quite sure after that.
We'll have to endeavor to find out.
I know.
We need a sideline reporter today.
Where's Daniel?
He is actually, his high school team is here for their end of season party.
Oh.
The school team. County champion school team.
Oh, okay. Allie picks up her spare.
Thanks to a very late trip of a 10-pin.
Hey, that don't matter.
Sorry, Zach, if you're watching right now. That might bring back some bad memories because he's stoned an 8 in the
I
second
did
ball
3
of
of
the
those
10.
today.
Really?
I don't do that very often. Oh, Zach.
Not a good start.
Yeah.
But,
Come on. It's early.
yes. Alexis comes up light again, leaves the 1, 2, 8, 10.
Wait.
Alrighty.
Amber picks up her spare.
Alexis only got 1 out of that spare attempt. We'll see what Dylan could do on his spare attempt. He's on a strike, and he leaves a couple. So just like during qualifying, it looks like this Atlanta pattern is playing a little tricky.
And I think Christian just took a giant step right and changed balls. I guess the up the boards look wasn't working for him with the urethane. Oh. That one, as I was like to say, is coming in hot.
Yes.
The 4-9. Caitlin on handicap side. She comes in a little high. 3-6.
Shaker 7 for Ryan. All right, so let's set the stage here after frame 3. Handicap side, Dylan went spare strike open. He's got 44 in the third, 136 with his handicap. Justin went open, open, open. He's got 23. 75 with his handicap.
It's up there.
Yes. I was checking to make sure that the handicap was right.
It was. It is. Christian goes a little outside, leaves wash out. Seems like they're very touchy.
Yes. Allie is strike spare open. She has 44, 84 with her handicap. And Caitlin goes strike spare open as well. She's got 46, 57 with her handicap. On the scratch side, Alexis went strike spare open, and she just spared in the fourth. She has 43 with the spare in the fourth. Christian Francis is open, open, strike open for 42 after 4. Amber is presently up in the fourth. She has spare, spare open. She has 46, and she carries a strike. And Ryan is strike, strike, spare. He has 49. He is up in the fourth, and he
It's in.
leaves a 9-pin.
Wonder if I can.
Brittany, being the vertically challenged that she is trying to figure out what to do with her chair so she can see. The scoreboards are out of play today because right in the middle of the scoreboards is the TV that is on, and it's showing professional sports at the moment. So we don't want to get a copyright infringement violation and lose our YouTube rights. So that's why you can't see the scoreboards today.
Would be hard to see them too, though, if you had to zoom out far enough.
Yes.
It would be probably unreadable. Lexus crosses over, leaves a 6.
Justin got his first spare of the game. He likes the number 7 on his first shot.
7 is a good number.
Yes. Dylan is up. He's looking to convert the 4-7 on lane 29, and he does. Caitlin up on lane 30. She's working on a spare. She just a bit outside, leaves the 1, 2, 4. Scratch side, Ryan Goddard comes in a little high. He leaves the 4-pin. Right now, he is on top. He is the only bowler so far to be clean.
Amber
Through 4.
comes in light, leaving a 2-5.
Ryan converts his 4-pin. Caitlin missed her 1, 2, 4.
Ooh, Justin filling the burn of the gold pins.
Yes. And look out, ladies and gentlemen. Tournament director Matt is putting on the headset. It was nice getting a word in, Brittany.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, your Phillies won, by the way.
I saw that. That would be a sweep for the weekend.
Justin doing a spin, but picking up his spare. Felt like dancing a little bit on that
Yes.
one.
Yes. Maybe we're the judges. It's now judged bowling.
It's now bowling with the stars. It's not dancing with the stars. Christian looks a little lost at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like this pattern's been pretty challenging today. We had the Atlanta pattern, so scores were actually pretty low. I mean, we had a couple good scores here and there today, but bowlers here in the finals bowling on a freshly stripped and oiled Atlanta pattern, so bowlers having to readjust as if it's game one of qualifying once again.
My experience, when you strip and re-oil a pattern for a second time, it tends to get a little bit tighter
Absolutely.
than as it did the first time. So it could be an adjustment for them.
Right now, through 6 frames on the scratch side, it looks like the top 2 bowlers at the moment.
Looks to be Ryan and Alexis at the moment.
Yes, it looks like
Yes, Alexis would have about a 9-pin lead on Amber and roughly 20-pin lead on Christian Francis.
Ryan picks up his spare.
And on the handicap side, through 6 frames, the high score at the moment is Dylan Piccioni. He has 172 with his handicap. And everybody else still in the hunt. Amber McLeod with 121. I'm sorry, that is not Amber McLeod, that's Allie McGinley. Allie McGinley with 121. Justin Prizer at 119, and Caitlin Mattingly at 81. So, again, the top 2 out of 4 advancing there. So, and this kind of pattern, the scores can change very quickly.
Yes.
There's a nice shot by Alexis there on the left lane for scratch.
That gives her an important double here.
Strikes are nice, but spares are at a premium.
Definitely.
There's a good shot for Amber McLeod on lane 27.
I believe she goes to Delaware State too, or did she graduate?
I am not sure. Maybe we'll get our sideline
Danny.
reporter to.
We need Danny. Go get Danny.
Want to point out today, we had a great field today of 84 bowlers. We actually had 58 bowlers competing in the scratch division today. So it was quite a great day. 58 on the scratch side, 26 on the handicap side. And the scratch division started with 58 down to 24 in match play. Now you're seeing the final 6. Goddard breaks up a little bit high there, leaving the 4, 6, 7, 10.
I think he thought that was a better shot than what the result was.
Yes.
And Christian, unfortunately, makes an adjustment. Looked like a better ball reaction, but he left the split once again. Justin Prizer missing his spare there, but he has 93 in the 8th with handicap. He's at 145. Certainly in the hunt. Right now it looks like on the handicap side, Dylan Piccioni has the lead for the 2 bowlers advancing. We have a battle for the second advancing spot between Allie McGinley and Justin Prizer at the moment. Mattingly looking to get back into it. Nice strike there. That will boost her score up, and
Yes.
she'll be back in the battle for second.
She actually takes a 5-pin lead over Justin.
Meanwhile, on the scratch side, a great shot for Alexis Nyer. She has 3 in a row.
And as usual, I'm looking at the wrong score. That just gets her back in the match. She's down by roughly 17 to Justin.
Looks like Amber moved a little bit right. Good ball reaction there. They're playing so much inside. From what I saw, it looked like it.
All right, so we're off into the 9th frame. On the handicap side, Justin gets an all-important strike in the foundation frame 9th. Let's see what Christian can do to get himself back in the match. He trips the 6 pin. He could still strike out for 166. He's up against it, but the match still isn't over. Let's see if Dylan could convert his 1, 2, 4. He does not, but that gives him 103, 195 with his handicap.
Ooh, Caitlin crossed
Caitlin
over.
with a double.
Doesn't matter how they fall, as long as they all fall, right?
That's absolutely right. Let's see now what Allie can do. She's off back-to-back-to-back opens. She shaker, but the 7 will not fall. Tough break there for Allie. That was a really nice shot. Ryan Goddard all of a sudden off back-to-back opens. He's up in the 9th. He puts 10 in the pit.
It's his best shot of the match, I think.
Let's see what...
Amber trips to 4.
Amber with a triple.
Ladies are making it tough on him.
Yes. Dylan spares in the 10th. That will pretty much lock him up. He will be advancing as long as he gets a couple pins here on his fill shot. Christian Francis with a double first shot in the 10th. He could still go out for 166. That's probably going to be a little bit light, so his day will be over.
Alexis picks up her spare. Pretty much solidifies her spot.
Good spare there by Justin on lane 29. Very important. All right.
That's enough.
Yes, it is. So Alexis will be moving on. Allie gets a strike on lane 30. And looking for 4 on the scratch side. She gets it.
I think that puts her through.
Absolutely.
Ryan can strike out for 189. He gets that one wide.
Caitlin Mattingly, 3 in a row.
Making it interesting.
Allie with a double. She could strike out for 189. It looks like that might be a little bit light. Let's see what Caitlin could do here. She's working on 3 in a row, looking for 4 in a row. Second shot in the 10th. And she comes in light, leaves the 2, 4, 5.
She strikes, shooting 189.
But it looks like that is enough for Caitlin. Caitlin will have 184 right now, 195 with her handicap. So Dylan Piccioni and Caitlin Mattingly will be moving on in the handicap division. Dylan with 212, Caitlin with 194, Allie with 189, and Justin with, I believe that was 184. In the scratch side,
Amber and
thank you.
uh-huh.
We only have the last names up, and Matthew took my cards. Amber shot 212. Alexis shot 196. Ryan shot 166. And Christian shot 151. So the women thrashed the men.
Girl power.
Yes.
Hashtag bowl like a girl.
You know, I saw that on Facebook. Did you see that on the video with Daria?
Oh, yeah, Daria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that this week? It says next time someone says you bowl like a girl, show them this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
She was wheeling 25-3.
That's great.
Yes.
Yes. I'd say she throws the ball pretty good.
Slightly. Yes. I know the Prodigy's hoping when we go up to Rochester to watch the pros that she's there.
I think she's going to bowl most of them this year.
Yes. I know the person I want to watch will be there already.
Probably Shannon.
Nah. I'm a Britney fan.
Woo!
Actually, I go ahead.
I bowled well last year, so up there. But who knows what shot they're going to put out.
Yes.
Last time it was a short pattern.
Yes. And this time they're not even announcing it at practice. Not going to
That's-
announce it till TV.
It didn't say that for all of them. It was only on a couple of them where it said it wasn't going to announce until after the finals. I sure hope not. Goodness.
We'll
Got to
figure
give
it out.
us some help, you know.
Yes. We'll figure it out. No. Nice try.
But it's Matt Stevens.
I know it's Matt Stevens.
He's awesome.
Yes, he is. Maybe we'll let Matt come on and say hi for a couple minutes. All right, so tournament director Matthew is filling out the scholarship papers. We'll be right with you. Actually, let me ask you a question. For those of you that do bowl out on the tour, I know at just about every stop they have at least a pro-am. Are you required to bowl in certain amounts of pro-ams, or can you pick and choose, or how does that typically work?
In the past 2 years, they have usually taken bowlers that have made the cut for the pro-am. So, like, it depends on if the pro-am is before
Yes.
or after qualifying. Usually, if it's after qualifying, they would take the bowlers that made the cut because they're going to be there.
Yes.
Some bowlers that don't make the cut, they go home the day after,
Yes.
whatever.
Well, interesting.
But-
I did see at Rochester they have 2 pro-ams, one before and one after.
It's if you get signed up before, then it's your duty to, as a pro, to bowl pro-am. I mean, I think there's some volunteer instances. I think they will take volunteers, so
So-
whoever signs up.
We'll come back to that as soon as Matthew is done. On to Matt.
Matthew, who got his voice back.
Unfortunately.
I know.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time to give out our awards for the results of our first eliminator for today's finals. Finishing in 6th place in the scratch division, getting a $50 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Christian Francis.
$50 scholarship to Christian Francis.
And officially our 5th place finisher today in the scratch division, also getting a $50 scholarship, certificate, and 5th place award goes to Ryan Goddard.
Ryan Goddard, 5th place finisher in the scratch division. On to handicap.
Okay, over the handicap side, finishing in 6th place today, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Justin Prizer.
Justin Prizer, 5th place in the handicap division. $50 richer for Justin.
Payday.
And officially our 5th place finisher today in the handicap division, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Allie McGinley.
Allie McGinley, 5th place, also getting $50. Justin finished 6th.
The official
bowling
spots
fans, on to our
per
second
score.
eliminator of the
Okay,
finals.
on to eliminator. All right, so back to our conversation. So, since the Rochester tournament is having a pro-am before, are all the bowlers that are like there, how do I say this? There's a practice session Thursday, and then the pro-am, and then a practice session Friday, and then the pro-am. So basically all the bowlers that are there for the first practice session, will they basically bowl in the pro-am or as needed, or do they tell you?
I think what they normally do is at our tournaments throughout the year, we as the bowlers, when we had a meeting, we decided we're going to put sign-up sheets in our locker room for certain pro-ams. Like if you know you're going to be there, you can sign up for the pro-am. So I believe that's what they would do. But if they don't get enough, I think they would pretty much, I guess, involuntarily take somebody, but it's usually not the case.
Yeah, I'm sure the girls are more than happy to.
Oh, yeah, they're fun. The pro-ams are a lot of fun.
They typically will put out just an easy house shot for that.
Easy. You bowl on the tough stuff and then bowl on house, it's like, seems tougher.
All right, I did see as tournament director Matt was handing out the awards, you were holding the DeRupo Bowling Camp flyer. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Mary Ann's Bowling Clinic coming up on Saturday, July the 8th?
July the 8th. That's right before Junior Gold, right?
Yes, that's why we're having it.
I think I'm in Florida that week.
Yes,
but,
I believe you are.
If you want to get some experience on some tougher patterns, I get some good coaching. Mary Ann's running a little clinic for about 5 hours or so at Limerick Bowl. And also Mo Pinnell is going to be there, the infamous radical ball designer. He's really good at what he does. He's really knowledgeable on and off the lanes.
That's for sure.
So if you want to get some good advice on what to do on some sport patterns, it's what you want to do.
Yes. It is at Limerick Bowling Center. I was there last year for this, and basically what happens is there'll be some classroom activity. Then you will go out and bowl. And there'll be more classroom activity, and they'll strip and re-oil and put out a different shot, still a challenge shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll bowl on that, and then there'll be even more classroom activity.
Do they have snack time?
They do have lunch, which is provided. as usual, it's pizza. When you go to Limerick, you
Oh,
basically have to eat pizza.
Yeah, pizza's good.
Yes. So if anybody is interested, it runs July the 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That is a Saturday at Limerick Bowling Center. That's 653 West Ridge Pike in Limerick. You can contact Mary Ann at www.DeRupo Bowling. That's DIRUPO bowling.com. If you have any questions, you can also email her at derupo300 at optonline.net. This camp does fill up rather quickly come the month of June.
Yep.
And it is right before Junior Gold. So if you plan on going to Junior Gold, this is the camp to go to. All right, on to Matt. We'll talk more about that in a little while.
It is time to introduce our 4 bowlers remaining in the second eliminator of our finals. On the scratch side, it is the top 4 seeds remaining. We have top seed Brian Kennedy, second seed Andrew Lazarchik, third seed Alexis Nyer, and fourth seed Amber McLeod. The top 2 will advance to bowl each other for the title. On the handicap side, we have top seed Brandon Williamson, second seed Sydney Bone, third seed Dylan Piccioni, and remaining 6th seed
Brittany, they're cheering for us.
Caitlin Madden. Your handicaps are in. So the top 2 bowlers on each side will advance to bowl each other for the title. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our second eliminator final.
All right, so another match with the girls and the boys on the scratch division. We got Brian Kennedy and Andrew Lazarchik coming in, and we have Alexis Nauer.
And Amber?
And Amber.
Amber
McLeod. I can remember her last name. I can't remember her first name. And on the handicap side, we have a Ren Williamson coming in. She gets 102 pins handicap. Sydney Bone coming in. She gets 60 pins handicap. And a holdover from game 1. Dylan Piccioni getting 92 pins handicap, and Caitlin Mattingly getting 11 pins. You got to hand it to Caitlin. Typically on these challenge shots, you'll see bowlers that get more handicap make it to the finals a little more, but Caitlin only getting 11 pins has made it to the semifinals.
Caitlin has made some great strides in the past year. So I remember when she first started bowling, she was like I guess about 160 maybe, and she's really put into practice, and she's been doing really well.
Looks like you're sporting the McKendree
I am.
sweatshirt today. I know the men's and women's team both made it to the finals.
I'm not gonna put the spoiler out there.
Yes, me either. Me either.
Although everybody probably knows who won already.
Probably.
So it's all over Facebook.
That is going to be on, is it CBS Sports Network?
Yeah, I believe
in a
so.
couple weeks?
May. End of May, because I think the singles is like the 2nd and the 9th, maybe?
Something
Not sure.
like that.
Alexis with an open to start the match. Kennedy with a spare. And Andrew striking.
Better shot there for Alexis in frame number 2.
Yep.
10 back. Dylan is up frame 2 on the handicap side. He goes Jersey, leaves himself the 5-9.
That's a 1. It's a 1. That's a 1-3.
That's a 1-3. Same thing.
It's just up a little.
Same thing.
Just move it up a little bit.
It's those gold pins.
I know.
My eyesight stinks anyway.
The depth perception's off.
Yes.
Caitlin makes her spare. Sydney starts off with a strike. Oh boy. Ren starting off 7-10, 7-10.
Interesting.
Yes.
But you know what? She gets 102 pins, so she could go 9 out every frame. That's, 192 with her handicap. That's tough to beat.
Yeah.
Brian Kennedy playing what I'll call deep inside. Looks like he's playing more like 22 to 12 or so, or 10. I know the Prodigy threw his My Old Nitro today, which is a very low flaring ball. He thought these lanes were hooking a lot.
They do look like they're very touchy.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, PJ.
Jesse.
That's P-H-A-T-T.
Ren leaving a 7 this time.
Jesse reminding me I'm
Sydney
fat.
Bone picking up her spare on lane 30.
I don't think she thought she made that. She turned around like she didn't make it.
Lazarchuk with an opening double.
That's the Andrew way.
He's McKendree bound next year.
McKendree, yep.
A lot of our PJBTers are heading to McKendree next year.
Andrew,
I know. I'm gonna
Tristan.
have to talk to the coaches at that school.
Yes.
Maybe we can get a patch on their shirts or something with our PJBT logo, because
Yes.
it'll
we got-
be like PJBT Central.
Yes. Yes, we got Andrew, we got Tristan, we got Dylan Zimmerman.
Dylan, yeah, I forgot.
We're missing one.
Shania Jennings.
Shania, we're missing one on the scratch side. Where's Brian going?
I thought he was considering McKendree
I
too, but
thought
I'm
he
not
was.
100% sure.
Mr. Kenny. Where's Brian going to college?
Robert Morris. We've just been informed Robert Morris, probably for Brian Kennedy. Alexis looking to cover her spare. Oh, she lets it get away to the left, so she starts with 34 in the third. Meanwhile, on the handicap side, we have Caitlin
Thank
Mattingly
you.
going light, leaving a 2.45. PA
So-
will give us the clarification there on that one for
Yes,
Brian.
yes. Brian was going to go to McKendree. I thought he was, but he didn't quite have the degree necessary to get into the nursing program. So he's going to be going to Robert Morris, which is another great bowling school.
Yes, in Chicago.
Yes.
Great city.
We know a couple other PJBTers that go to Robert Morris,
Yep. Michael.
namely Mr. Martell. So as you can see, the PJBT is a great stepping stone for college bowling. That's why if you want to come bowl where the big boys and the big girls bowl, this is the place to be.
Get you some great experience.
Lazarchik there with an open frame, but he has 50 in the third. So after 3 frames on the scratch side, we have tournament leader Brian Kennedy with the top score. But quite a battle there for the second position. Nair with 34 in the third. And she goes light, leaving the washout. You have Lazarchik with 50 in the third. And now I'm going to turn the mic over to the real brains behind this operation.
His plane finally landed. Let's find out where he's vacationing from this week. Ladies and gentlemen, we have for you the one, the only, Mr. Hall of Famer, Skip Moyer.
At least you didn't. At least the first thing you didn't say was "Bachelor number 1, please identify yourself," or something like that.
Alexis makes the washout.
By the way, just to finish my point about the PJBT and how this gets you ready for college bowling, just if you do get a chance to watch the both boys and girls finals when they are on CBS Sports, you will see more than one bowler that has bowled quite a couple times here on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. I won't mention any names, but there's more than one.
You think?
I know. Because I was watching the semifinals. And
Amber comes in a little light, leaving a 210. Looks like they're getting a little tough there on the right
Yes.
side.
Where are we with the scores, Brittany? On the scratch side.
Scratch looks right now that Brian has a clean 4 frames. He looks to be slightly in the lead. Andrew not far behind. He has the open, what is a washout. Alexis has open, strike, open, spare, has 34 in the third with a mark in a fourth. Amber has 55 in the fourth with her open frame. Let's see if Andrew picks up his spare. He has 50 in the third, working on his 7-pin.
And we'll let Skip tell us where the bowlers are on the handicap side.
Well, I'm going to try to figure it out. We have on 29 right now on the scoreboard, rather. Nobody can see that at home, but these are scores with handicap, mind you. Wait till the screen changes.
Oh, Brian takes a false start.
False start on the offense. We have Red Williamson with 146 through 5 frames. Sydney Bone with 117. Caitlin Manley with 91. And who is the first bowler over there? I do not recognize the name.
Dylan Piccioni.
Piccioni. He has 133. So right now, Williamson and Piccioni are your leaders after 5 frames. But the other two are not far behind.
Sydney with a clean 5 frames right now.
She's actually just went ahead of Piccioni right now for second place. But Caitlin's only a mark or 2 out of this. She's only 40 back.
Good ball there by Amber.
Yes. Seems like that left lane is giving the right-handers a little bit of a problem. There's a couple light hits I've seen on that lane. Ooh.
Red chops off her spare. She has 155 through 6. Brian Kennedy up on 27. Takes a shot at the 210 and does not get either of them. Hopefully that does not cost him, because these scratch matches look a little tight over there, 20 to 30 pin matches. Brian has 84 after 5, and the rest all have anywhere from 50 to 55. What is...
Andrew throwing some pins around.
I'm wondering what ball that is. If that's a
That's a
urethane
BTU.
or dull.
That's a
resin.
Fanatic BTU, which is a urethane type ball.
Urethane type.
Yes. BTU stands for better than urethane.
Here, I thought it was British Thermal Unit.
I
could be that
I
too.
thought it was Born Terribly Ugly.
Sydney keeping it clean. Handicap side.
Sporting the DV8 attire.
That's right.
And
Wonder
it's-
where she got that from.
No clue.
just looking at her score also just, addresses how important spares are, which is why she is now tied for the lead out of the 4 bowlers. Ren and her leopard bowling ball leaves a 4-pin. And Alexis misses the head pin, leaves the 1, 2, 4, 8.
Oh, Dylan.
Not a good thing to do on a spare.
No.
We were saying before, Josh, we don't have the scoreboard up today because the TV has live sports on, and we don't want to get a copyright violation
That's fine.
on our YouTube channel today. Good spare there by Ren, picking up the 4-pin. It's her first mark of the match.
It is soccer, so there's no way I would keep up with all that. I just like to say goal really
Oh.
loud and really long.
Andrew.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Andrew do that before.
Like it kind of fell right off his hand.
Well, he does have the benefit, though. He did do that on a strike, so no harm, no foul. It's the same as leaving a 7-pin. He just needs to knock 10 pins over here on the next ball.
Sydney went in a little high, leaves just the 3-pin. We'll see if she can continue on with her mark train. And Caitlin with a double, turning it on like she did late in game number 1.
That's a big double for her. She needed that.
Ooh, ooh. Not quite sure where that pin came from for Andrew, but he knocked all 10 down.
Looks the same as a 9 spare.
Yep.
Same count.
Sydney keeps it clean on lane 29. She has 7 marks through 7 frames. And she is currently your leader at 174 through 7 frames. Ren second with 155, Dylan 149, and Caitlin 91. Those scores after your 7th frame.
Lexus leaving a little bit of a flat 10. Just trying to help that one a little bit, look like.
There's a strike for Dylan in the 8th. Gets him right back in the match. Let's see what Brian Kennedy can do. Working on a strike in the 7th.
Much
That-
better shot there for Brian.
That's a double.
Much better than his last shot on that lane.
Yes, very much so. Good spare there for Alexis. Keeps her in the match.
Caitlin comes in a little light. She leaves the 2-4-5. There's a strike by Andrew. Now that's where the gutter spare hurts him, because now he lost 20 pins. At least.
He does have the benefit, though. He is currently the leader out of the 4, so it did not hurt him as much, but just makes things a little tougher if somebody gets on a string here.
Sydney with a tough split there. See if she can get 2. Ooh. Amber just missing that 2-pin.
I saw Matt walking around with a sign there. I thought it said free cookies. Sydney chops off her spare. That's her first open of the match, but she is currently sitting at 200 through 8 frames with her handicap. She's doing just fine. Ren leaves a 7-10 split. She's going to be looking to make at least one of those.
That's her third one this
That
game.
is.
She
That is
She goes straight at the 7-pin and makes it. I like that. Dylan
That's
up
hard
now
to
on-
do.
Yeah, it is very. Dylan comes up high, leaves the 3-pin on lane 30. And Brian also comes up high, leaves a 3-10.
With the little left off his hand.
You can make some bad shots on this pattern. You just got to make sure you're leaving things you can make.
Yes. Yep.
As Dylan shows us, spares are going to be very crucial here. He misses his 3-pin, gives him 177 through 9.
Ooh, Sydney makes her spare.
Missing that 3-pin for Dylan's actually, that puts him in a little bit of a bind because he is
Yes.
now on the outside looking in.
Good spare there by Brian, converting the baby split.
Did I hear correctly that Dylan's from Hamburg?
Yes.
Okay. There's some good bowlers that came out of Hamburg.
We don't know any, though. Oh, wait, that Josh Sadison guy came out of Hamburg.
Who's
I,
that?
I never met him.
Him either.
Caitlin with a very powerful strike there.
Dylan up on 29.
Up to the 10th frame we go on the handicap side. There's an interesting lead for Dylan,
That's
the
the 156.
156.
And he needs to make it to have any chance.
Andrew with a good strike there. Much better than his gutter spare.
Ren comes up a little high, leaves the 3-9.
Oh,
And I do believe that it does not matter. Yeah, it does matter.
Yes, it does.
I can't add again. Caitlin can walk up here in the 10th frame and put herself in the title match.
Big spare there by Ren. Yes, with a decent count, Caitlin is going to need to double.
Another
Good
strike
shot
for
there.
Brian.
it
Absolutely.
sounded good. I
It
couldn't
did.
see it, but it sounded good.
So right now, it looks like the boys are ahead of the girls on the scratch side. And Caitlin
Oh.
leaves the 5-pin, and that is going to end her day. God bless you.
Thank you.
That is going to end her day. So it's going to be the top 2 seeds making it in the handicap division. Ren Williamson shooting 2. Wait for the screen to come up. It's a very delayed screen. 208 with her handicap.
Caitlin
Sydney
picks up her
Bone
spare.
already at 210. Dylan Piccioni was in the 180s. And the best Caitlin Mattingly could do is 198. So the top 2 seeds make it on the handicap side. And at the present moment, ooh, that's a big miss there by Andrew. Let's see here.
That's going to leave him with 166 through 9.
Yes. So
Uh,
he's technically in second right now behind Brian Kennedy. The best Alexis could do is 165, and the best Amber could do is 180. So as long as Amber gets the first one in count, that will force Lazarchuk to mark, assuming Brian Kennedy makes the spare. So and that's pretty much going to end Alexis's day there with that stone 10. The best she could shoot now is 154. This is a big spare here for Brian. As long as he's going to need to make this spare to clinch one of the top 2 seeds. If he were to go 2 out here, Amber could strike out to tie.
Amber is on a double, so she does have the pair figured out.
And Brian chops the spares. So that gives him 178. So now Amber could double 9 and pass Brian and automatically lock her spot in for the finals. Good finish there for Alexis, shooting 154, but she put
Ended
10 in
on
the
a
pit.
strike.
Yes. Let's
It's a
see
good note.
what Andrew could do. He's looking for a mark to solidify his spot. He comes in a little high, leaves himself the 2 pin, so he'll need to make that to solidify his spot in the finals. Let's see what Amber could do. She needs the first 2. That's not a good shot by Amber.
Not at all.
She looks like she lost that right off her hand right from the start. That is going to end her day. So it will be Brian Kennedy and Angela Zarchik, the top 2 seeds in the scratch division. Moving on to the finals. Somebody is going to win title number 4 today. And
Actually, Lazarchik, this would be number 5.
this would be 5 for Lazarchik. Okay. So Brian Kennedy will be looking to win title number 4, but 3 majors, which, dare I say, may vault him right to the top.
It's going to be hard to beat Lazarchik if he wins today.
Yes. Yes, if Lazarchik gets to 5, that's going to look pretty good for Player of the Year. He
Pretty good
finishes out with
resume.
185. Yes.
And it's going to be hard to count Brian out too. If he wins, that would be 3 majors.
3 majors. Four total, 3 majors.
I haven't even won that many majors. I don't even know if the tournament I won was even considered a major back when I won it. I don't even remember that long ago.
Final scores for scratch: Andrew 185, Brian 178, Amber 156, Alexis 154.
Finish off our handicap side.
They took it off. I can't see it.
Oh.
Have to wait for the don't bowl.
Go ahead.
All right, Sydney bowling with her handicap a 238. Nice 178 scratch game for Sydney. Ren finishing with a 208, a 106 scratch. We have Caitlin shooting 198, 187 scratch.
That's a very good game for Kate.
That's a very good game.
I believe she
and
only had 1 open.
One open.
Yes.
As did Sydney. Sydney only had the 1 open.
Yes.
And then Dylan shooting 186, 94 with his handicap. So Sydney and Ren moving on.
All right, Skip has momentarily left us. He's going to be helping Tournament Director Matt hand out some awards. Sporting the green PJBT shirt, which is on sale here for $15.
Time to give out our awards for the results of our second eliminator for today. I'm joined by Skip Moyer to give out awards. Finishing in 4th in the scratch division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Alexis Nyer.
Alexis Nyer, 4th place finish. Did he say 70 or 75? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't remember.
Finisher today, officially in the scratch division, receiving a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Amber McLeod.
$75 for Amber McLeod. So we'll say Alexis also got 75.
On the handicap side, finishing in 4th place today, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Dylan Piccioni.
Dylan Piccioni's $75 scholarship for his 4th place. He's got a cheering section
He
here.
does.
Either there or they're cheering for us.
And our 3rd place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Caitlin Mattingly.
Caitlin Mattingly, 3rd place, $75. All right, as the finalists get ready, let's talk about upcoming events
On to our title matches.
here on the PJBT Tour. Next week, we travel up to the greater Wilkes-Barre Scranton area. We'll be at Stanton Lanes in Wilkes-Barre for our final adult junior tournament of this season,
No,
the
not including-
regular
I was
schedule.
gonna say, not including championship
Yes.
weekend.
I can't hear you. That's at Stanton Lanes. You do get a discount on your entry fee if you pay a deposit by $11.59 tonight at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. Put in a $20 deposit and you will get the discount. That's a good practice shot. You will get the discount for next week's adult junior up at Stanton Lanes in Wilkes-Barre. Then the week after, we actually have an off week. Off week, the first
I know,
week of May.
It's amazing.
Yes. Then the week after.
Well, I'm going to dispute that.
Okay.
It's actually not technically an off week because it's going to be a pretty hectic Sunday.
Why? What's going on with you on Sunday?
That's when our flight leaves.
Oh.
I'll already be out there, so I don't know what you're
I
talking
got to
about.
drive to Baltimore.
And then after that, we only have 2 regular season events left. The first being Sunday, May the 14th at ABC North Lanes in Harrisburg. That is on a house shot. Next week's event is also on a house shot. And then we wrap it up Saturday, May the 20th, our last regular season event at Colony Park North. That's a 2:30 Saturday start time, and that will be on Montreal. And then after that, we go into championship weekend, which starts Friday night with the professional skins match, Saturday with the Pro-Am, Saturday afternoon, 2 squads of adult junior, and then we wrap it up with the PJBT Invitational for the scratch and handicap top 72 and winners points. All the winners from this year, and then we fill it in with top 72 in points.
Yes.
So you can sign up for any of those events online at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. And now, our favorite part. Who's talking? Our favorite part of the week. It is prediction time. Let's start with the handicap division, and we'll start with the lovely Brittany.
I'm going to go with Miss Sydney Bone on this one.
Okay. Skip.
Well, since I can't pass,
I'll take the guy down on lane like 28.
the guy throwing the pick house ball.
Or whatever, 38.
This is hard. I'm going to take Sydney just because of her ability to make spares, stay
Yes.
clean. She's giving 42, which essentially that's 4 marks, which I do believe she will make up in getting 4 more marks than Ren will. So,
Okay.
like I said earlier, spares are going to be the difference in that match, and I think Sydney makes them.
Okay. And only because we can't let nobody take little Ren, I'm going to take Ren. Only because she's so cute. Well, Sydney's cute too, but Ren's cute. All right. On to the scratch match. We have Andrew Lazarchik looking for title number 5, I believe, going up against Brian Kennedy looking for title number 4, but that would be his 3rd major of the year. Brittany, who do you got?
I'm going to take Matt Stevens.
Okay.
I actually like Ren to win the scratch division also in the handicap.
All right, who do you got?
I'm going to take the lefty.
Lazarchik.
Yeah, I'm going to take
Skip.
the lefty.
I'm going to take him also.
And
And you're going to take Brian. So
and
let's
I'm
get on with it.
gonna dare to be different and take Mr. Major, Brian Kennedy. So I got the top seeds, and both of you guys got the second seeds.
Good chance they're going to split. Of course I won a major. Every tournament I win's a major. Should be on the front page of the paper.
You are the most interesting man alive.
That's true. I don't always use bowling balls when I bowl, but when I do, I make sure they have holes in them. That's the best I can throw at you for that one.
All right, on to tournament director Matt.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time for the title matches for our 9th major of the season. On the scratch side, we have number 1
Water
seed
boy.
Brian Kennedy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, taking on number 2 seed Andrew Lazarchik from Brick, New Jersey. Kennedy has elected to have Andrew start the match on lane 27. On the handicap side, we have number 1 seed Ren Williamson from Hamilton, New Jersey. In the Battle of New Jersey, taking on 2nd seed Sydney Bone from Jackson, New Jersey. The difference in handicap, Ren is getting 42 pins handicap, and
And only because he's begged us. Mystery announcer, please state your name.
Hi, I'm Matt Stevens from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey.
How'd you bowl today?
Oh, not too hot. Really couldn't control the front part of the lane. That was really my big issue today. But looks now like I feel like I could have gotten a little further in and gotten a little further to the left because there was a lot more friction.
That there was. Who do you think's going to win these title matches?
Oh, it's going to be tough. On the handicap side, I think it might be a little tough for Sydney because she's given up 44 pins. So I'm going to have to give it to Williamson on the handicap side.
And on the scratch side?
Scratch side's really going to be a toss-up. They both bowled really solid games last game. But from what I saw in the first match from Christian, it looks like the left side and urethane wasn't working too well. And last match I also saw Andrew leave a couple of corner pins, send messengers in front of the 7 pin. So I'm going to have to give this match to Brian.
Okay. Well, you're not going with your Jersey folk.
Your fellow,
It's tough here.
No?
fellow
Okay.
lefty.
Yes.
I know.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Why don't you tell us your claim to fame?
Well, I guess you can consider me famous because I'm a little two-handed backup bowler. You know, I don't throw it normal.
But
Works.
you accomplished something.
Oh, I accomplished something.
I believe you did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you never accomplished anything.
I don't know what I accomplished.
Didn't you lead the state of New Jersey in something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know what he accomplished. He doesn't know what he
Yeah,
accomplished.
yeah. I set a state record for having the highest average for 6 games. That was 267.
Nice.
Yep.
You think you struggled a little bit?
A little bit. Couldn't get the 7 to fall for 4 games.
Yeah.
All right, so Ren starts out. Spare strike. I think she already has about 250 with her handicap.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, that's the best part about bowling in these, how these younger kids do it.
Both players leaving the corner pin on their respective sides on the
Yes.
first frame.
And Sydney crosses over. She leaves herself the 1-3. She also marked in her first frame. So what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
Where are you going to college next year?
I do not know yet. I'm in between McKendree and Weber International.
Ah, boy.
You either got Dell or
Yes.
the O'Keefes.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's a
Yes.
win-win.
So I'm sure you know who won yesterday. Don't say it. We don't want to give away any
That
spoilers.
was a really good shot.
But they met in the finals yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, they did. It was a really good matchup. So, I don't know. I feel like I won't go wrong with either.
That's for sure.
I have to agree with you on that one, even though I'm an O'Keefe fan.
McKendree is in what state?
Illinois,
Illinois.
Southern,
So,
almost in
Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah.
So
I was like,
I-
wait, what
I-
state is?
I think if I'm deciding between Florida and Illinois,
Yeah.
Southern Illinois.
A little bit warmer in Florida.
slightly.
We get hurricanes.
That they do. All
Yeah,
right,
I'll
Sydney
take warm
comes
weather.
in. Sydney comes in a little light in the third. She leaves the 2-4-5. Let's see what Andrew could do in his second frame.
Yep,
He
there's that
leaves
nasty
the
corner pin.
7 pin. Brian did strike in his second, so with this conversion, Brian will be up by a single stick. What do you think you're going to be majoring in at either school?
Accounting.
That's what I majored in.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You can take my job after you graduate.
Perfect. I'll come right back. I will come right back.
Oh, Sydney
Oh.
shakes the 5, but it doesn't fall. Yeah, hopefully by the time he's done with college, I'll be looking to retire.
When Andrew converts the 7 pin.
Maybe I'll just become a ball rep.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
PA Fats ball rep.
It's PA Fat, comma.
Yes.
Ball.
Yes.
Ran leaving a 278.
278. That is not a common leaf.
No. She made it through with leaving 3 7-10s last game
Wow.
with her leopard ball or cheetah ball, whichever.
That's a pretty cool ball.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wait, it matches her skirt.
Yes, it does.
That's pretty cool.
That's a better shot by Andrew.
That's a very good shot. Splits the 8-9.
Is that a ball change or was that
I have
just
no
a
idea.
different color? I couldn't tell.
No,
that
that was
same
not
ball.
same ball.
It looked blue at the. I was like, wait a minute.
Let's see what Ren could do in frame 4.
4-7.
I hand it to her. She throws it down the middle almost every time.
Yes, she does.
Hey, I wish I could do that.
Pretty consistent.
Maybe you should ask her for tips when.
Oh, I definitely will when we're done.
Ooh, Brian gets that in.
Even the 6-10.
The conversion, he'll still be up by a single pin. Let's see what Ren could do. She attacked the 7 pin, throwing it dead straight at it the last game. Let's see what she does with this 4-7.
She does the same thing.
It looks good. Got
And
it.
she
Oh,
makes
wow.
the
And she
spare.
converts.
That's 3 marks in 4 frames for Ren.
Ooh.
She's going to be tough to beat if she keeps marking, that's for sure. And Brian, he makes his 6-10. So he is up by a single pin after 3. Let's see what Sydney can do. Frame 4, working on an open. She's going Jersey. Misses the head pin altogether. She leaves the 1-3-6.
1-3-6.
We'll see if Sydney could convert this.
I think it'll be a little hard for her to convert with her slower ball speed and the amount of friction that's out there. But I think she'll cover it up.
Maybe you should change from accounting to like media. You're pretty good at this.
I'm okay.
Do you practice at home?
Oh, no way. Ooh.
Maybe you have your own YouTube channel?
No, I do not. Probably should get one.
Yes.
Give me something else to do.
Brian coming up light. 2-5.
Yes, looks like he came in. Looks like he got it in, and that one slid a little further than what he wanted it to.
That
Yeah.
lane seems to be coming in light a lot today.
Yes.
Yeah, I see like from what I've seen from the previous matches, it looks like the left lane's a little bit tighter than the right.
Mhm.
Ooh, Sydney got that a little far outside. Ooh.
Kevin, your food's ready, Kevin.
And not a very good chop of the spare for Brian. That hands the lead in the match over to Andrew. All right, so you'll stick with us for another couple frames, then we're going to let your brother Jesse Brown come in. I know he's been wanting to do this too. He's been
Oh boy.
basically begging me week in and week out. So we'll get him on the live stream too.
Oh, cool.
Downtown Jesse Brown.
Yes. And that's a double for Andrew. He, let's see here, takes a, as soon as the screen pops up.
I smell food.
Yes.
So do I.
Yes.
Oh, tough lead for Ren.
Ooh.
He takes a 22-pin lead.
22.
Could expand it to 32 with a strike here. Ren, good shot, but lacks a little power. She leaves the 5-8-10.
That is a very tough conversion.
Are you sure Matt didn't throw that ball?
Oh.
And
well,
trip of the
Sarchik
6-8
crumbles
for
the
Lazarchik.
6-8,
All right.
10.
All right, Matt, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll have you on
Yes,
again
no problem.
sometime.
All right, thank you.
Jesse. Not you. You're bowling. No, I said Jesse.
Jesse's a lefty, too.
Yes, he is.
Those darn lefties.
Yes. All right.
What's up?
Mystery announcer, please state your name.
My name is Jesse Brown. I'm a terrible lefty from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
What grade are you in, Jesse?
I'm a senior right now.
Good shot there by Brian. Where you gonna head off to college next year?
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
William Patterson.
William Patterson.
Ah.
We have a couple PJBT bowlers on William
We have
Patterson.
what? Jake Rollins.
Yes, and
Brandon Runk.
yes. What are you going to be majoring in?
Accountant.
Another accountant. Everyone's gunning for my job apparently.
Better watch out.
Yes, that's fine. When you guys retire, or graduate, I'll be more than happy to retire.
Sydney leaving the 1-2.
Brian needs this one right here.
Yes, he does.
Needs to put some pressure back on Andrew.
Andrew with 69 in the third, with a double in the fourth and the fifth. Brian with a 67 in the fourth, with a strike in the fifth. Sydney looking to make her 1-2,
Oh,
and she
God.
does. Not a good shot at all there by
Wow.
Brian. He leaves the 1, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Interesting.
Looked like that definitely fell off his hand on his release.
$5 that he makes it.
A gambler over here.
Yes. Well, he's going to be an accountant, you know.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, Sydney coming up a little high, leaving a 6-10. Makeable spare.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
that's 2.
Not probably the right side for that to make that spare. All right, he's really dug himself a hole now. Good
Yeah.
spare there by Sydney. So she has 78 in the sixth with the spare in the seventh. Ren has a 111 in the sixth with a fifth with a strike in the sixth. Lazarchik keeps the pressure on. So how did you bowl today?
But okay in match. I mean, okay in qualifying. Made a lot of spares. Spares was the key factor for me.
Absolutely.
Then I looked at what Andrew was doing, and I seen that he put surface on his ball. He put 1,000 on it, but I decided to put 500 on both of my urethane balls. And during match play, I won 2 games. Shot 201 and 202. Had needed a big game last game to make it here, and I opened twice in the 9th and 10th frame, which got me to 180 and made me not cash actually.
Really?
Yeah. It's
What'd you
tough.
finish at?
Minus 37.
37.
Still a good day.
Yes. Lazarchik with another strike.
Yep.
That is 5 in a row. He's really putting the hammer down on Kennedy in this match.
He's in the
Kennedy's-
driver's seat.
Yes, Kennedy's going to need to start throwing some strikes. Ren opened in the 7th, but she has a roughly 50-pin lead. She leaves the 4-7. She made this in the 4th frame on this lane. We'll see if she can convert it again in the 8th.
That looks good.
That's a better shot by Brian, but does not get rewarded. Leaves himself the solid 10.
I think it's pretty much over for him.
Yes. Where is William Patterson?
It's all the way in Wayne, New Jersey, close to 20 miles from New York.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that was there.
Oh my God.
And that is an open for Brian. So basically, Andrew will need one more mark somewhere in 3 frames to win. Ren missed her 4-7. She has 147 in the 8th with an open. Sydney went a little high. She leaves a 6-10.
So I guess this match was the Bowler of the Year match.
This either bowler with a victory would put them in the driver's seat for Bowler of the Year. That is
yes,
correct.
sir. Definitely.
This would give Andrew 5 titles, and if Brian were to win, that would give him 4 titles, but 3 majors.
With 3 majors, yeah. Hey, but second place isn't bad for his last 3 majors.
No.
Coming in first, the last 2.
That's for sure. Sydney did make her spare. She comes in a bit light. She leaves the 1-2. If she converts this, she could still shoot 164. Ren has 147 in the 8th, so she'll need 18 pins in the 9th and 10th to shut out Sydney and take home the major title today.
That looks good.
That's a good
Good
spare
spare.
there by Sydney. All right, so Ren's going to need 18 pins in the 9th and 10th. And it's pretty much academic here on the scratch side. That's 6 in a row for Andrew. He
He's
will
cheating.
win
He's a
title
cheater.
number 5. Ren comes in on the left side. She leaves the 1, 3, 5. We'll see if she can.
1359.
Oh, the 9's there. I didn't even see
Yeah.
the 9. That's those.
Wow.
That's those gold pins in my
I know.
eyesight. Yes. And shaker, but the 7 will not fall for Andrew.
Bad rack. Bad rack.
Never.
Those pins were flying around like crazy.
Yes. And Ren got 3. So she has 156. She will be looking for 9 on 2 balls here to win her first major. Good spare there by Andrew. He has shut out Brian. He could strike here for strike out for 258. Best Brian Kennedy could shoot is 180. Ren
Looks
looking
pretty
for
good.
9,
That's
and
7.
that is 7.
So she would need to hit 2.
2. 2 for a win. If she gets 1, Sydney will need to strike out for a tie. Anything less, and Sydney could steal it.
That looks like at least one.
That looks like a winner. And
Yep.
with 2, Ren Williamson has shut
That's
out
clutch.
Sydney Bone. She went 9 out on both, 9 count in both the 9th and the 10th to bring home the title. So we have the number 1 seed winning in the handicap division and the number 2 seed winning in the scratch division.
Oh, come on, Brian. You can't get beat by 100 pins on live. That wouldn't look right.
Like Brian's just trying to get through the match.
Yeah. He's ready to go home.
All right, your final in the handicap division, Ren Williamson, 123 scratch, 165 with her handicap. She will defeat Sydney Bone, who shot 141. Good outing for both young ladies. And on the handicap side, Brian Kennedy here will shoot a disappointing 142. Andrew Lazarchuk, he could strike out for 258. That first strike puts him in the 240s.
This is actually kind of funny because a few years ago, because you know how me and Brian are real close friends. A few years ago, I bowled Matthew Stevens in a title match. I shot 190, he shot 300. And ever since then, they've been making fun of me how I lost by 110 pins. Now, I can get him back.
Yes. Yes.
Still a good day for Brian.
Absolutely.
Not bad. Take second. Nice scholarship payday.
All right, 257 for Andrew Lazarchuk to Brian Kennedy's 142. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will have award presentations and then we will have interviews with the winners. Stay tuned. You have been watching final round coverage of Major number 9 in the PJBT season here at Berks Lanes in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned. Thank you, Jesse, very much.
No
We
problem.
appreciate your help.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time to give out our final awards for today's 9th major of the PJBT season. Finishing
Brian Kennedy. Did he say 150
I think so. I think it's 150.
for his second place finish today? Not bad.
Our runner-up finisher in the handicap division, receiving a $150 scholarship and runner-up award goes to Sydney Bone.
Sydney Bone won $150 into her scholarship fund for her runner-up finish today in the handicap division.
And on to our champion in the scratch division. Our first five-time champion of the season, getting a $300 scholarship certificate and the first place class bowling pin for the major title goes to Andrew Lazarchek.
Andrew Lazarchek winning the major here at Berks Lanes today. Title number 5. $300 into his scholarship fund.
Division, getting her second title of the season, a $300 scholarship certificate and first place class bowling pin goes to Ren Williamson.
Ren Williamson, your handicap division champion. Second title of the year. All right, we will now set up the camera to do interviews. Brittany will go take pictures of the winners. Thank you for being on with us. You'll be back for the wrap-up show.
Wrap-up show.
The wrap-up show.
Maybe.
Yes, you'll be back.
We'll see everybody next Sunday at St. Lanes and Wilkes-Barre for the adult junior.
Go get your picture taken. Yeah. Here, turn that a little bit. Turn that a little bit. Yeah, this way. Yeah. That's good. All right. I got 7. Thank you. Let's all right. Boy, you're really big when you see yourself on camera there.
Yeah, I am.
Bigger than me.
Alan, your order's ready.
Who's that again? All right, we are here with our handicap division champion, Ren Williamson. Congratulations. This is their second title of the year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. How does it feel to be a 2-time champion?
pretty good.
Was it better than when you felt after you won your first one?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Well, how did you attack this pattern today? Basically the same way you attack every pattern, right?
Yeah.
Let's just throw that ball. I see you have your leopard attire on here again today. That must be your good luck attire.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. How old are you again?
8.
8 years old, and you're already a 2-time champion.
Seems pretty good for me.
It seems pretty good, she says. Seems pretty good. You think you might want to do this when you grow up and become an adult? Maybe
Yeah.
you could face Brittany here out on the Women's Pro Tour someday?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. You got anything to say to Brittany? Like, look out for me. My name is Ren. Look out.
Look out for me. My name is Ren.
So this is your 8. So you're in 3rd grade?
2nd.
2nd grade. Okay. Who brought you here today? Who do you want to say hi to?
My dad,
Your dad? What's your dad's name besides Dad?
Calvin.
Calvin. Hi, Calvin. How did it feel watching your daughter win today? Great. Are you going to sleep on your way home now to New Jersey? Are you
No.
tired? No? You going to tell Dad to take you out for pizza or something?
Not really.
No? Okay. All right. How do you plan on celebrating? Going to have a nice big bowl of ice cream tonight?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. You want to say hi to anybody watching us right now?
My mom and my sister, maybe.
Okay, maybe. All right. How many tournaments have you come to so far? You won 2 and
I think I've came to 5.
5. All right. So you know all of us that run these tournaments now. Which one of us is your favorite one?
You guys?
Yeah, like maybe Brittany's your favorite, or Skip here, or the guy that talks a lot, Matt, or me because I'm, fat. Which one of us would you say is your favorite?
I don't really have a favorite.
Well, we'll say Brittany because the girls got to stick together, right? Say girl power.
Girl power.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll look for you at your next tournament, which you're going to beat all of us again, right?
Yeah.
All right, your handicap division champion, ladies and gentlemen, Ren Williamson. Dad's clapping over there. Thank you very much. Let's pull that off. All right.
Hello.
You know what? I'm a fan of yours. There's no doubt about it. I love watching you bowl. You're very consistent. And I'm getting used to interviewing you here, but I don't like what your final answer is going to be in the final question we're going to ask you. But first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tournament number 5. This is your first major?
Second.
Second of this year? Second major?
Second of this year.
Oh, wow. Firmly in command of Player of the Year now,
Yeah,
I would
only
say.
have 5 titles.
Yes.
No, 5 titles overall.
Total.
I have, yeah.
Yes, but all 5 are this year.
Yep.
Yep.
And then 2 majors and 3 whatever.
3 regular tournaments.
Yeah.
So, how did you attack this Atlanta pattern today?
That, it was tricky to say the least. I started off with 170, and I tried the urethane ball on my fill ball, and it struck. So I was like, I'm going to stick with that. And then I went 230, 230, 230 about, and hit 1 and 2, ball 160. I 6-8 3 times in a row. We urethane. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I bowled 220 the last game. Match play was rough because they were still tight, and they saw the fronts really quick. So the urethane ball, it picked up quick but didn't want to do anything down the lane, which it shouldn't. And it was worse because the backends were really tight. Then we came over to this side, and I got by the first match. I came and bowled 250 in a title match.
Yes. Wow. And what equipment were you throwing today?
A Fanatic BTU.
A Fanatic British thermal unit.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you're going to McKendree next year, and,
Yes,
and
sir.
we won't say how they did in the finals yesterday. We'll leave the suspense up there. But do you ever hear from any of your coaches that your coaches
yeah.
from next year, like do you know? Do they watch our YouTube channel? Are they watching it? How you're doing?
I don't know if they watch, but I talked to the assistant coach, and I talked to Brian O'Keefe, their director of bowling, a lot. I send Brian some videos, see what I should touch up on. Always good to get a second or third opinion, and especially from a guy who's head coach of Team USA.
Yes. That's a pretty good guy to have as your
Oh, yeah.
assistant coach.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, hopefully he's watching us on YouTube. If
Possibly.
not, I think you should maybe decommit if he's not watching.
I don't know about that.
All right. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Give a shout out to my dad and my brother back home. They're probably watching. Shout out to John Fury, and shout out to Brunswick Bowling.
Absolutely.
Best brand in the business.
All right. Now you know what I'm about to ask,
Yeah.
and I'm sure your answer
It's a nice
hasn't
sweatshirt.
changed, although we got somebody trying to get you to change your answer.
Yeah.
Your favorite PJBT personality is...
I'm going to go with you today.
Whoa! Holy cow. What
Yes.
made you change your mind?
You know, you said you're a fan of mine, so I'd be a fan of yours.
Oh, wow. A little brown nosing works every time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the 5th time this year, second majors firmly planted as your PJBT Player of the Year. He's at the top of the list. Andrew Lazarchuk, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
I'm the only one giving you a round of applause. All right. Round of applause. All right. Let's interview Brittany now, as if she won. All right. Have a seat. Let's wrap
I
this
might
up.
disappear if I see.
There, that's not so bad.
No, I guess not.
So, Atlanta, major number 9. What'd you think of Andrew's performance in the finals?
I say he attacked it very well.
Yes.
I mean, left side, I mean, not to poke fun at the lefties, but the left side always seems like you can play outside a little bit, and he took advantage of it.
Absolutely. And how about Little Ren?
That was pretty awesome.
Yes.
You love to see the little ones win, and you see the
Absolutely.
reaction. You don't know what they're going to do.
Yes.
But she was very consistent. She was like up the middle almost every shot.
That she was. All right. So next week we're off to Wilkes-Barre
Yes.
for adult junior number 4, the last in the regular season. If you want to get a discount, pay your deposit of $20 or more by 11:59 tonight at www.pjbt Bowling Series. Put your $20 deposit down, and you will be in for the discount.
Yes.
We do recommend reserving a spot in advance. That tournament usually does get a decent amount of entries.
It does.
It is a pretty big bowling center, so I'm
That's a
sure
big
we'll
one.
have
Is it
plenty of room for
60?
walk-ins. I
No.
think it's 52, if
52.
I remember correctly.
It was close.
And it is on wood.
Yes.
Wood
Old
next
school.
week. Yes. hopefully there's a little. I think they forgot to oil 3 and 4 last year.
That couldn't have been as bad as States one year. Oh my goodness. Try bowling on wood lanes after it's been bowled on for like 8 games already.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. All right, for the entire PJBT staff, Travis and Jen, who we'll probably see next week.
I believe so, yep.
Mom, Pop, and the grandkids were at the Philadelphia Phillies game for the Fanatics' birthday today.
Yes.
We got the Prodigy helping us out, today's 7th place finisher. We got Skip Moyer, who flew in from wherever he was vacationing from late today. We got Brittany, who was here for check-in and then lost Matt's phone and then came back to help us with the live stream. We have Tournament Director Matt and yours truly, the one your mother warned you about, PA Fats. We will see you next week from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania for adult junior number 4. Until then, we will see you. Keep on bowling. Bye.